As the saying goes, where there's a will, there's a way, and where there's Will Rixon, there's always a way of finding the winning post. Will's got a very good book of drives at Club and Angle on Saturday night, and he joins me to discuss their prospects. Well, good to catch up with you. The JD Watts being the feature event on the card. We're standing in front of the great JD Watts' colour and his harness racing story. Always great to keep the memory of the past championships going with races of this nature.
Yeah, absolutely. I think Club and Angle do a really good job of that, honouring the greats that have been before us, and with horses and a lot of great people that have come through. So got a lot of respect for the Watts family. Really honoured to be in the race, and hopefully we can get the result we want.
Yeah, we'll get to that race very shortly. It's going to be an enthralling contest. Race 1, you're kicking off with Danson Deliver. Won a couple, then 3 unplaced efforts.
Yeah, he's going really well. He just hasn't had the right splits at the right time and the right runs in transit in his last couple, and finishing behind really nice horses as well, like the Narcissus and No Heartthrob. So he's never without a chance. He can run a 50 mile if things had gone to suit, so he's never far away. Gate 4 is a plus. Yeah, it's handy for him. He's probably anywhere, sort of 2 to 5 is a good draw for him. So yeah, we're happy with that. Race 2 is interesting. Geordie, the drive for Kevin Bazzuto, is resuming from a spell, and Rip for Bernie Hewitt. Hasn't raced since December 23, but has 4 slashing trials next to his name at Bathurst. And Geordie's also been trialling well. Yeah, interesting horse, Geordie. He's run, second to Swayze before, and looks as though he's going to win races and just hasn't quite got there. So happy to pick up the drive and just hope we can get him a good trip. Good second behind Don Hugo here, beating a metre. Of course, Don Hugo was well held over the concluding stages, but Geordie did find the line nice. Yeah, for sure. It's my first time driving him, and he gave me a nice feel. And yeah, you'd think a trial like that would hold him in good stead. Yeah, you just stole a little bit of my thunder. I've got here with the notes with Geordie. He's a frustrating type. He just shows you so much, but just can't deliver. Yeah, he does seem that way. Obviously, I haven't driven him before, but I know Josh Gallagher has been quite frustrated when we've pulled up in races before that he hasn't put his head in front at the right time. So hopefully we can change that. A horse that doesn't frustrate you, Will, because he's just missed the consistency as Montefiore for David Thornton in race 3. Beautifully drawn in gate 1, and his form is hard to fault. Yeah, he's never far away, and he seems to, when he gets in the right race, he can, make his own luck, and then he's up in grade a bit. He seems to, do his job as well. So I think you'll pick up one of these races when he gets the right run. Whether it's Saturday night or not, I'm not sure, but it does seem to be a nice draw for him. Yeah, he's ever here last week, third, beaten 6.5 metres behind Major Hot, who was a Queensland Derby winner. Yeah, and he went really well. He had to come wide, and he hit the line good, so I wasn't on him that night, but I seen him sort of next to me after the line, and I was pretty happy with my drive in that race, so I'm sure he'll go well. Over to race 4, you're driving Collected Diamond for your dad Peter. Found the line very strongly, running second to Major Hot. Yeah, really happy with him. He had really good Queensland form coming from Jack Butler, who done a great job with him, and he just seemed to fit into the system here in the program and at Menangle pretty well. So I think he'll definitely do a good job here. It looks a pretty tricky race set on Saturday night, but he's definitely a horse to follow. Race 5 on the card is the feature event, the JD Watts Memorial Free for All. Max Delight, Kingmaker, Nyack, the 3 major players. Yeah, it's a really strong race, and obviously you've got to respect Grimson horses as well. He's got 3 in it, so yeah, it looks a really good race on paper. Max Delight, he's everything last week, Wilder on third. Was just simply outstanding behind Kingmaker. 3 wide for the entire trip, a 25.5 opening quarter. He looked good on the home turn. Yeah, it wasn't ideal at all, Mick. Obviously, it wasn't the way the race was, I expected it to run. And, we weren't involved in the early burn at all, so we're pretty happy to, work into the race. But it didn't go to plan, and he, I sort of tried to look after him the best I could after that. And for him to still finish third, I was, so proud of him. And, obviously, it was just a race we're going to have to put behind us, and I don't think anyone will want to post him again. Well, as far as the effort was concerned in defeat, I put it down to one of his better performances compared to some of his wins. Yeah, he just don't let you down, Mick. He's just been a great horse, and I absolutely love driving him, and Aki always has him spot on. So it was pretty frustrating on the night, but as I said, he's pulled up really well, and we're just going to put it behind us, and looking forward to this week with him. Gauge 5, your take from the outset? Yeah, got options there. Obviously, he can be on speed or he can be off it, so looks a good draw. Yeah, we'll just probably pay the race as it comes. David Thorne's been enjoying a good run of late. He's got the very consistent Everard coming off a last start win, going around in race 7. Yeah, I really like this mare. She's been quite good to me, winning the Redcliffe Oaks, and always being very competitive at a good level. So I was happy to see her win in really good time last week, and yeah, it looks just mapped pretty ordinary on Saturday night with a lot of speed to her inside. So I don't think she's going to get the right trip into the race like she got a fortnight ago. But in saying that, she's very strong, and you can never really rule her out.
One of those horses drawn on the inside is Mike Crackle and Rosie for your dad, coming off a very solid performance behind Boulevard of Dreams and running second last week.
Yeah, nice mare. She's got really good gate speed and can get herself in the right spot. So she's probably going to find the fence early and give herself a chance to run in the top 4.
Macho Man's up in grade, but in form, and he contests the trot race 8, but he's up against London to a brick.
Yeah, he's up in grade, but quite happy for him to win his last 2 starts, because he's been a little frustrating beforehand, and always thought he had the ability to do it. So hopefully he can just take the next step, and he's going to have to in the grade he's at now.
Max Light probably stands out as one of the better drives, Will, but is there one of your other drives that you're very keen on?
Yeah, it sort of looks one of them nights where we just might need a little bit of luck, but I do think Collector Dime is a horse we're following, and he's a good top 3 chance in that race.
State Premiership sees Robbie Morris on top with 76 ahead of Jet Turnbull 74. You're nipping at the heels with 70, so you're right in the mix.
Yeah, obviously it's still a long time to go, but not something I try to put my mind at too much, but definitely really happy to be up there, and it's a very strong group of drivers in New South Wales, as you know, so to be up there mixing it with them and have a really good start of the year, I'm very happy with.
Thanks for your time and good luck on Saturday.
No worries, tough, thank you.